but once again, he couldn't confirm or deny it. We do know there's a blood stain in the trunk. We do know that the 1998 Pontiac is still being examined. All that will surface. And once again, just to point out, George Anthony has kind of been a stranger to the media. He's only been out twice. Now, this is a former police officer. So the fact that the body may have possibly been moved, I mean, you know, it begs one to question, is he involved in this?
Craig, to the extent that you know, is it not a fact that there are no official search teams out there at all on this case?
Not according to the police. I mean, we asked specifically to the spokesperson, Padilla, as well as the captain, whether or not there were other search teams out there, and they would not confirm or deny, but we later learned that there are no other search teams. Otherwise, there would have been quite a few reporters out there looking for them.
Before I get to the issue of who's the baby's daddy, I want to show the pictures again. Let's see these new pictures. You're seeing them for the first time. World Television exclusive. What do you think, Judge?
I'll tell you, if they bring charges against her, she will be convicted so fast it won't be funny. I mean, they are, look, Geraldo, the fact that the tapes from the jail are being leaked out within 24 hours and the judge has approved the leaking as opposed to sealing them tells me law enforcement has made a decision. That's why they're not searching. They're trying to get more evidence from the family, and she will be convicted.
And it's a homicide case. I think they know that already, and that's why they're not budging on the bail.
So who's the baby's daddy? During her daughter's bond hearing, Grandma told the judge that she felt comfortable leaving Caylee with Jesse Grund, the ex-Orlando cop who was engaged to Casey Anthony for a time. Here's the bond hearing.
I thought Jesse was Caylee's dad, yes.
Okay. But 3 days earlier, this is what Grandma told me. Remember, she just said she thought Jesse Grund was the baby's daddy. 3 days earlier, here's what she told. Well, hold on.
Child is, and where is he?
I never met the child, Caylee's father, but Caylee's father is dead.
I'm telling you.
They're liars. They're liars.
Liars.
And they got mad at you when you were trying to help.
Just to clarify.
Unbelievable.
Go ahead, Craig. Just to clarify, Jesse Grund is a different person than the person that Cindy is referring to. She is referring to a person who is as yet unidentified, but she claims that the unidentified deceased person is, in fact, the father of Caylee Anthony.
So does Grandma really think that
Jesse Grund?
Grandma really thinks the father is dead?
She does, and Rosie has more information
on that. I had an exclusive with Cindy, and she told me specifically that she never met the father of Caylee Anthony and that he died in a car crash, and he never met Caylee Anthony herself.
But Jesse Grund, I have inside information that Jesse Grund, in fact, took DNA tests proving that he was not the baby's daddy.
So the ex-Orlando cop took DNA. He's not the baby's daddy.
Absolutely not. According to sources,
is Tony Lazzaro the new boyfriend? Well, he can't be. The baby's almost 3 years old.
According to the police, Tony Lazzaro is not the baby's daddy. And he also denied it to me on the telephone call today.
Craig, quickly, is it not a fact that they thought, the insiders think that the baby was alive immediately after disappearing because the baby was being held as collateral for the bad loans and the money that this woman stole?
Whatever the case may be, Jesse Grund does claim to have heard the child in the background during a phone call on June 24th when he called. There was a date that was supposedly going to be set up between he and Casey. Of course, things didn't work out, but he said during that telephone conversation he did hear her reprimand her child for standing on the table.
Not very credible.
Yeah, you know, Grandma said the same thing. Oh, I heard her in the background.
All right, let me take a break.
Right, but what's interesting about that is that, I mean, we don't know if he actually heard her in the background. We heard her reprimanding him, but not in the background.
Right.
Yeah, of course.
With this family, if their lips are moving, lying.
Be right back with more. I didn't hear that, but I want to talk about the 33-day rule, because in the state of Florida, Kimberly Guilfoyle, former prosecutor, You have 33 days in which to formally file charges. Now, the police have arrested Casey Anthony on lying to the authorities, impeding an investigation, one minor felony, a couple of misdemeanors, but the judge and the whole system is in agreement that there's a lot more here. They're holding her on $500,000 bond, but she has not yet been formally charged. She's not yet had charges filed against her. August 17th is the deadline. You know, they can ask for a one-week extension, but they better get hustling on these forensics.
But guess what? If they get the forensics by the end of this coming week, which is expected, I think that they will have enough. I don't think in this case that they're going to wait to charge it, even in the absence of a body. I think they'll bring forward this case against her, and so she's going to be looking at charges, I think, within the next 10 days for sure.
I wonder if the charges will, well, if it's a blood stain, what do you think?
Well, you can certainly
Let's say it comes back, it's the child's blood in the backseat.
Well, you know what? You
and
can
it's the child's DNA.
You know what they're going to do? They're going to go to the grand jury. They're going to bring charges, whether they go to the grand jury or not.
Can you do that in the 33 days?
Yes, you can. I mean, it won't take that long.
Why not just file what you have?
This is what they're going to do. What they're going to do is file so that she doesn't get out of jail, so she doesn't take off, and then continue to build the case as they get toward the trial date.
Craig, do we stop Craig there and Rossi?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Oh, good. Hey, is it true that the grandmother is still saying that she believes this cockamamie babysitter nanny story? Zenaida took the baby?
I think, well, Rosie could probably answer that better. She's had more communication with Cindy, but I can tell you just moments ago, I spoke with George, her dad, and he told me that new developments, really excited. And I asked him, is the baby alive? He goes, absolutely. Now, I don't know
when was that?
If he's just convinced as he's trying to snow it. This was just moments before our show started. You have the videotape. You can get to it.
We'll have videotape.
He says absolutely. He is a material witness. You bring him in and you put him in front of a grand jury, make him spit it up.
Okay,
this is ridiculous.
Rosie, is that? Am I saying your name right? Rosie Franco? You did a great job, and so
it's
did you,
actually
Craig.
Rosie, and these two have been relentless in stating that Caylee is still alive.
Okay.
Good information, a lot of good help, and
What kind of good information are you talking about?
finding my granddaughter.
Any have something to make you feel optimistic?
Listen, guys. Why don't y'all go? Yeah, please, honestly, this is a priority for me right now. Okay, I'm gonna have to call it a day. Please, I've been going since 6 o'clock this morning.
Handing out flyers, George, or
Can you just say what it was, the good information that you had?
No, I really can't. That's between me.
How did you get the information, George?
Y'all was asked to go.
Your grandmother's alive?
Absolutely she is.
Absolutely she is.
Well, that's not obstruction or anything.
No, it's called
lying to the
material
president.
witness. You take him into custody and you put him in front of a grand jury and make him explain that.
She's right. If he has information, he's obligated to give it to the police, and if he doesn't cooperate, he knows the rules.
I have to cut off this intriguing discussion and thank Craig and Ross because there's a man